Hey, this is Joe, and this is WSO Price Calculator. I put this together because my first WSO that I launched went really well, but I ended up with a price point that was too high too quickly. And I thought I really need to analyze my pricing structure. I did do the pricing where it started out low and went high, but it went high too quickly. So I thought I'm going to put together this program, and I figured that I would probably not be the only one that would benefit from it. So I thought I would make it a WSO in itself. But basically what it does is you put in your WSO pricing, and you can play with the numbers and kind of see how many sales it's going to get, and what revenue you have, and kind of analyze things before you set up your pricing structure for your WSO. So let's go ahead and get started with this. So what you first do is you enter a starting price. I'm going to go ahead and put in $2 to make it a really cheap WSO. And then you're going to enter in your max price. Let's go ahead and say the max price is going to be $17. Then you basically say, okay, how am I going to increment this? Well, let's just start out with $1 increments. And you can see as soon as we do that, we're saying we're incrementing every 10 sales. So basically, if you look at this, you have a chart now that shows you the pricing structure, 10 sales on each level, exactly how much money is going to come in, and you can scroll down and you can see at $17 it's $170 for all 10 sales. So down here on the bottom you have your total revenue. So if we leave it at this pricing structure and we did sell every one up until the last $17 copy, we would receive $1,520, and it would be a total of 160 sales at an average price of $9.50. So this isn't going to say that this is where it's going to stop. This your WSO could go higher than this. You could sell more than 10 copies at $17, unless you have in a cap on the quantity. But basically, this what I've noticed is the lower prices is where you get your most sales. So what I thought, you could play with these numbers now and come up with some different scenarios. So if you wanted to, you could say, well, let's try to increment it by 50 cents. And as soon as you do that, it automatically recalculates the grid, and you can see now we're up to $2,945 and 310 sales if you would sell every single level. So doing this, you can also, if you're utilizing the Warrior Plus method, you can say, okay, there's only 10 left, in this level, so hurry, only so many items left. It kind of makes it more of an urgent buy, so that's nice too. Now I think I'm gonna like to maybe lower this number down a little bit. So here it's maybe like 7. So it makes it look a little more urgent than 10. So you can play with these numbers. You can use the scroll bar, and every time you move it, you can see your numbers, all your average price, your total sales, and your revenue all calculate automatically. So it's kind of cool. So, and then you can also say, okay, well, let's go ahead and make this even less. Let's make this 10 cents increments, and let's see where we're at. So you can see what happened here by going down to 10 cents increments. It's $2, $2.10, $2.20, 7 on each level, from $2 all the way up to $17. And look at the revenue jump to $10,000 and 1,057 sales. So you can see how you can kind of play with these numbers and find out what price point you want. If you're looking for a certain number of sales, you can play with the numbers until you get that number of sales. Or if you're looking for a certain revenue, you can play with the numbers until you get that revenue. So I think this is a really great tool to analyze your pricing structure before you launch a WSO, so that you don't make the same mistake that I did and end up with a too high of a price too quickly, and then you don't really want to back down on that, because it's not fair to the purchasers of the people that purchase at the higher price. So you can't really back down and say, oh, I'm going to start offering this again at a lower price. You want to be a reputable WSO seller. So get this tool and get your pricing structure in order before you launch your WSO. Thanks for watching.